Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Many people have been asking about how to perform Umrah nowadays. Let me share with you my experience recently. Now this video will be only for Bahrainis. I'm not aware about the rules for expats, so only for Bahrainis. Insane. First of all, let's start with the corona test. Random testing is available nowadays every day. You can get the locations from Instagram and go to the location, get yourself tested, wait for the result. Be aware application, your results will be there. You get the PCR certificate, take a screenshot of it. You don't need to get it printed, nor it requires to be stamped. You take the PCR certificate and you leave for the causeway. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Many people have been asking about how to perform Umrah nowadays. Let me share with you my experience recently. Now this video will be only for Bahrainis. I'm not aware about the rules for expats, so only for Bahrainis. Insane. First of all, let's start with the corona test. Random testing is available nowadays every day. You can get the locations from Instagram and go to the location, get yourself tested, wait for the result. Be aware application, your results will be there. You get the PCR certificate, take a screenshot of it. You don't need to get it printed, nor it requires to be stamped. You take the PCR certificate and you leave for the causeway. You get your car insured. Then the next checkpoint, I believe it's the traffic. The next one is the passport control, and after that there will be this corona tent will be there, where you have to park your car, go inside, show them your PCR certificate. They will give you a form. Make sure you take a pen with you, because you will not find a pen on the causeway. You come back to the car, fill that form, go back to the tent, give them that form, and they'll give you another form which you have to come back to the car, fill it, and you leave. The next checkpoint is where you will the security guy will check the form. They will ask you if any detail is missing. If not, you go to the passport control in Saudi. They will take that form, they'll scan your passport. If you have recently entered, they will let you through, but if you haven't entered Saudi Arabia recently, you will have to go to hall number 3 and get yourself all these fingerprints and photograph. It will hardly take 10-15 minutes. They will scan the passport again, and you are good to go. The next checkpoint is the customs, and after you clear your custom, you enter Saudi Arabia. Now as soon as you enter Saudi Arabia, you have to find a nearby place to stop and download Tawakkalna application. You can download it from Bahrain as well, but you have to register it only in Saudi Arabia, because in Bahrain you won't be able to register. So you can use if you're on the roaming package using the Bahraini SIM, check if it is getting registered. If not, then the other way is to find a local Wi-Fi connection. Either you ask someone to give you the Wi-Fi connection or hotspot, or you can go to the mall. If not, then the last option is to buy a Saudi SIM and get yourself registered in the Tawakkalna application. Done? Okay. Now the next application which will grant you the permission to perform Umrah is called I'timarna application, but you won't be able to register yourself in that application, because according to the rules you have to quarantine yourself for 3 days. Now if you are traveling by car, you can go to Makkah directly, or if you want to quarantine at your friend's place or a family place, you can quarantine with them for 3 days, and then you can continue your journey to Makkah. If not, then you can reach Makkah and stay there for 3 days until your application is registered. The I'timarna application is registered and the permission is granted to you. Okay, now let's say the quarantine and everything is done, and you get your permission for Umrah. Before Umrah, let me also tell you that praying in Haram also requires a permission, and Other than that, you cannot go and pray without the permission. But for the prayers, the security check is not very strict. So even if you go and you say them that you don't have a permission, they will let you enter. But for Umrah, definitely without permission, there is no entry. The entry points are like 4 to 5 entry points are there for Umrah. But even if you have a specific entry point, you do not require to be at the specific point, but you can enter from anywhere possible, any entry point. The main thing is you need to have the permission and you can enter. Done? Okay. Now let's say you enter the Umrah entry point and they let you through, you reach the Mataf area. Once you leave the Mataf after performing your tawaf, you cannot go back. You have to go to the Sa'i where you do the Safa Marwa. And after you finish your Safa Marwa, there are only 2 exit points. One is the gate of Marwa, the second one is the gate of Safa. So you need to make sure that which exit point is nearest to your hotel. Done? Okay. Now you have performed your Umrah. You come back to the hotel. You can get permissions for as much prayers you want to pray, and done. Now let's say if you are planning to go to Medina, and Medina you don't require permission to pray in Haram. The only permissions you require is if you want to visit the grave of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Rawdat Rasul, and secondly if you want to go and pray for in Riyadh al-Jannah. These 2 things require permission in Medina. Okay. Now let's say you finish everything and you are planning to come back. So make sure you get yourself tested for corona before 24 hours, as the results sometimes you get the result in 8 hours. Sometimes the result is posted after 24 hours. The testing in Saudi Arabia is not as same as Bahrain. They do the testing through mouth. Okay. So how you book your test is by using the same application, Tawakkalna. There is an option for the COVID test, and it will also show you the nearest location where you can go and get yourself tested. It's all drive-through. The second application from where you can also book your COVID test is called Sahati. That's a Saudi application as well. And Sahati is a better option because once you reach Bahrain, sometimes the Tawakkalna application will not work because it's working according to the GPS location. So you exit Saudi Arabia, it might not work. So Sahati is a better option. So you can download that and book your COVID test through that. And when you come back to Bahrain, everything is same. And hope this information is helpful to you. There are a few more things. If you are willing to go to Umrah, you can contact me and I can guide you on those. And I hope that this will be helpful to every one of you. Jazakumullah khair. I'll also post my Instagram link and my WhatsApp, and you guys can contact me. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.